Today is planting day. I've got to get some stuff in before it gets too much later, and I have a trip this coming weekend, so I want to make sure that I don't have to worry about them all weekend. Now, if we look at them, little wind whipped and dried out, that's okay. They were the weak ones, so they are goners. I think it's mostly like this cucumber, which it was already trying to put out little cucumbers. You see that? And that was kind of lame. And I need to really, gotta plant them close together. This tomato is suffering. What was this? This is, I don't know, some kind of squash, I think. And then pepper, of course. So, got a lot of tomatoes and a couple peppers. And then, of course, we have these big peppers here that I overwintered. Now, I want to see, I'm going to plant them in sardines with water instead of like a fish emulsion. I'm just curious. I've never done it before, so. And I wish this dang potato would root. I have another one inside just in case this doesn't sprout. So, we'll see what happens there. So I'm going to take my some of my plants over. And I guess I can take these sardines over too. Got this jalapeno and regular squash plant. I think I lost my basil. But, I just lost a sardine pack. You can see I've cleaned out this one bed already. I need to do what I did last year and put a support out here. And you can see I've been trying to clean around this bed. I'm a goober. I should have put some weed cloth down and then put these on top of the weed cloth. But I digress. There we go. So I need to put a support over here. Now, I don't know if I'm going to do that. I think I'm just going to do this big one that I have. This double one with the T-post in it. I have one over there that I got for $15. Of course, I have the hog panel. So, I should have another panel over there too. Let's see it right now. Interesting. Anyway, that's that. Let's get to it. Hydrate. Cheers. It's so good. I love water. 3 days later. I think it's 3 days later. I don't know. Anyway, so it was supposed to be just going out, potting some, planting some stuff and everything. But I told Chris, I'm like, we've got to do something about this grass growing up around the bins, because as you can see, the dirt's like way over the thing. That's mostly ants building up over the 2x4. Anyway, I'm trying to get this cleaned out, but it turned into a whole nother project. But I'm ready to start planting. I have to plant. I'm going out of town. It's going to rain for 3 days, so these babies will really love it. So we moved this support. We had the tomatoes over there this last year. So we're moving it over here this year, see how things will go. And I have a lot to plant. So I already planted these 2 tomatoes, but we had to get this cleaned out. It became a chore. Like nothing comes easy, right? But if I planted in bags, it would be easier. But the squirrels would be in them. I'd be fighting them. So anyway, this is what we're doing. This is where we're at. Where you at? This is where we're at. So I've got these 2 planted here. That is a San Marcos. I think it's like a paste tomato, Italian Roma thing going on here. This is a Jet Star. Indeterminate. So we'll have to determine later what we're going to do with it when it outgrows what I have there for support. Any suggestions are welcome. And you can see the squirrels have been digging in here again. So I pulled up some of these parsnips and I thought, well, squirrels were digging. I thought it was where I pulled up parsnips, but it's the dang squirrels getting in this box already. I don't know what these tomatoes are, but they look good. We'll find out soon enough. I don't know what I'm going to do about that. I should just eat the leaves as they are right now. And I wanted to eat some pea tips, so I'll harvest these pea tips for stir fry when I come back. And I'll probably have some more peas by then too. You can see they're starting to get really fat. But that is down. But let me get planted because it's going to rain. Like I said, for 3 days, it's coming right for us right now. So I think it's in Alabama now, heading this way. But yeah, let me get this done. I'm going to start with these, getting that jalapeno in. I've got that pepper. I have a Chinese giant here, and I think another one of these is a jalapeno as well. So I'll get those planted. Oh, we don't know what this one is. So do I have 3 of these? I must. 1, 2. Okay. I don't know. We'll figure out. We'll find out what they are once they grow. I'm terrible. It's a surprise. I found a crookneck squash in there, so I just planted it right here. Now, if last year is any indicator of how this is going to grow, it's just going to grow over this container here. Last year we got lots of squash off of that. In fact, I just finished eating the last of it this last week, so grateful for that. It's nice having some squash in the freezer. So look, I started an ant war here. If you haven't seen the way I get rid of ants in this garden, is here, let's do some more. I find an ant bed that's kind of away from the garden there. I've already dropped some of them. See, this is pretty active. And I just pick up a few of them like this. This is the organic method that I use. So I got a bunch of ants here. And we're going to go... we're going to go quickly before they come up the handle, which I see them coming now. We're going to invade this nest with those. Whew, make sure I have nothing on my hands, because they are... I got a bite the other day when I was... Chris and I didn't get out here till the sun went down pretty much. I managed to plant some of these. That's why I didn't take you on, but I did get one ant bite. So, but then I was stupid and I left these. So I heard if, plant some fish in your tomatoes. And so I'm trying to see, I'm doing an experiment. Seeing I put fish over in those tomatoes. I put some sardines in these tomatoes. And I think these I'm just going to leave plain, because there are ants all over this sardine can now. But hopefully that was enough fish too. So, and I just used sardines and water, of course. So that's what we're going with. That's what I like about being a gardener is, the experimenting. I've never done fish in the garden. If any of you have done it, let me know. Holy moly, I took a break to check out the orchard. And here's this is what a pawpaw blossom looks like. Kind of brown. I don't know if there's any pollen left in there. But, oh, no. I'm not going to mess with it. Hopefully these pollinated this year. Because the flower hangs downward, it can be difficult for these trees to pollinate. So sometimes you have to come out here and manually pollinate. I have not done that. I kind of did it with my little pinky finger early, but look at this one. Whoa. Now this is the one that we got 2 fruit off of when we first planted it. Now it looks like that one might be starting to produce a fruit if all goes well. And maybe over here too. Look at that one. Let me see. Hopefully that's a fruit. It's delicious, y'all. If you've never had a pawpaw, there are songs about it. It's the only tropical fruit native to U.S. soil. So it is amazing. It kind of tastes like a cross between mango, banana, strawberry. It's long like a banana. Not real long. It's about, I don't know, 5 inches long. And about that fat. Has some big seeds in it, but man, is it good. It's like a custard consistency. Now, I didn't see any peaches. Well, there are a couple peaches. We'll see. I don't expect them to hang on. There aren't a lot on this one, though. I don't see a lot forming. So maybe. I don't know, but usually it becomes really hot and then they drop. So we'll see. My other ones also. But look at the blossoms on this. This is where we're going to get fruit here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 just on this one. We'll probably get about 4 off of that stem. But look at that. That whole thing is just covered with potential fruit. That's why I love this tree. And it's such beautiful fruit. And it costs $2.50 for non-organic in the stores. So I recommend this as the tree to buy. It produces early. You plant it now. Even if you're renting, you think you're going to be there a while, plant the tree. You're going to get 5 years of fruit off of it. You'll get your money's worth back. So this fig, while fragrant, I don't see too many figs on it yet. It is super fragrant though. So while I'm back here, I might as well take you around all the trees now. Do an update. The mulberries are coming in very quickly. These are red mulberries. This was from a stem a friend gave me. She gave me like 5 stems. I left of all the 5 stems. I just stuck them in the ground, and I got 2 trees out of it. One I left. I just brought this one. And then this peach tree has really struggled. You can see, like, I can't believe I cut it way back and somehow it's surviving. But it has a lot of fruit on it, more than it really needs to. But we'll see. Like that one just popped off. A lot of these will pop off. I should just like trim it down to just a few per would be, or in that case, none. We'll pull these off the side shoots. I just don't have time for this right now. Going out of town, like I said. We gotta get stuff done. Now, the pear, it does have some pears. I know it blossomed like crazy, but I just really didn't see any fruit. There's a lot over here. Oh, there's some. Okay. I just missed it a little bit. This one, let's see. I don't see any on this one. Huh. It's funny. Most of them last time were like on the back side, on the south side. Now I expect these to be fully blossoming by the time I get back. But we'll see. I have some time. Depends on how much sun. It'll be either when we get back or right before. And like I said, these berries are just loaded. Like, I have one, it's super loaded. Like, this has no leaves, but has a ton of fruit. I have one that's so loaded, but it's still blooming too. And it has fruit about this size all over it. And then the fig over here, this is my Chicago fig. This is my pride and joy. Shout out Chicago. But where is it? It's just over here, and I saw like there's some monster figs over here already. Where was it? Oh, there it is. Look at that. That's a pretty good fig for it being only April. Oh, yeah, I hope this fruits some more. Kind of expect it to. We'll see. We shall see. If not, I'll cut it back drastically this winter. See what we can do. Here's the white mulberry. So it doesn't have as much fruit. It's a little smaller, but let me tell you, this stuff tastes like pure sugar. It is so sweet. It is really sweet. But yeah, love it. The birds, I don't know, the birds or the weather beat us to these last year. So this forever suffering fig, it is coming in. If I planted it somewhere else, it would do way better. There's something up with this corner here that things don't like. Anna apple coming in nicely. Pomegranate bushing out nicely. I cut back a lot off that. It's coming back nicely. A lot of new growth. Apple trees. I forget which this is. We got two kinds this year to plant. This is an orange tree, and it's starting to branch out. Oh, and it's got big thorns on it. So it has survived. I've got the stakes up here to blanket it. It's good down to 15. We never got down to 15 until the last 2 years. So these are all new plants this year. That apple's doing fine. Thank you to Groot. These were $7 apple trees, I think. 7 and change. I'll take it. Thank you very much. Time is my friend. Another apple tree here. It's doing marvelous. Now those I won't get apples off of this year. I've got to top them. Depending on how they grow, I'll see. I'll probably top them. Get them to start branching out. Look at these blueberries are fat. You go fat low bush. I'm not sure what kind that is. You know, so I have a journal with all my, how I planted all this, but there's one. It's trying to ripen. Oh, that one's trying to ripen. Look at that purple. Look at that. Oh, yeah. It's going to be the first bush. It's definitely an early bush. But here's the one. Look at this. This is insane. It is covered. All those blueberries. It's amazing. And it's still blooming on top. It's crazy. I love it. Hopefully if the deer stay away. Now I think we've only seen 2 deer, but you know, that's all it takes. That's all it takes. It's usually the babies though that I've seen. And I've only had them eat once. They ate all my blueberries and all my raspberries once. And that was it. When I first moved in, I first planted that peach tree back there. Was the first to plant. And Mama and her babies came out here. Let's see, first thing I planted were basically that, the mulberries. I had another persimmon that died that I brought here from my old house. The fig, all the blueberries and all the blackberries were the first things I planted. Oh, and that other peach tree that suffered and has come back. And then I think the next year I planted the Anna apples. I planted 2. One has died. I planted the pawpaw, the Asian pear, pomegranate. I may have grown the pomegranate the first year too, but it's never produced. I am not happy with that. This is a service berry. They're good. The birds love it too. It didn't produce well. I think I need to move it from around this pine. The berries are good. They kind of taste like blueberry, but then they have an almondy, they have these seeds in them, and when you start biting on the seeds, then it changes to like an almond flavor. So, all my double daffodils. There's still some things blooming, the early spring. Oh, and I do have a dogwood coming up. Good. Because I've always wanted a dogwood. I had one in my, I had a red bud at my last house. So, yeah. So, that is where we are. I think I may quit gardening right now. I have plenty of tomatoes in. I'm not sure where I want to plant the others. That's my goji berry here. I planted this, I think my first year too, but it's never produced any berries. I don't know if I need more or not. But I've been thinking about planting these tomatoes over here, which is what I planned to put this in for. But, see, this is the thing. I have this 2 acres. I was going to plant corn here, so we keep this covered. And when you pull it back, you can like amend the soil and plant in here. And there's nothing there. There may be weeds there where some little bit of light's getting through. I think that hump there is probably kale from a couple years ago, because we didn't plant corn last year. So we have this, but this is the thing. So I have this agriculture grade plastic that's food safe and everything. I put this down. I have rolls of this to be able to do this in more places. This is my deer fencing. I do a video. I think I did a video on 3D deer fencing, especially with the corn. 3D deer fencing. So you just put this up. And I take these. Changing the subject real quick. Sorry. Yeah, I take these, and these go out like 3 feet from here, and they stick about 3 feet off the ground, and it confuses the deer. They don't know how to jump that. But anyway, so I have this panel here. What I might do is just make a little patch here with some, I have weed barrier cloth that I can put and burn holes in, and also agriculture grade high-end stuff. I just need to lay it down, but I'm thinking about putting that down and then putting these tomatoes kind of maybe over in a corner here. So I don't know, we'll see. But I have more tomatoes I know what to do with right now. And I see my bananas are coming up very nicely over there. See those bananas? So, that was funny because I got those from a guy. He happens to live up the road. But I put a Craigslist ad for a chicken hutch. And he's like, how much you want? I said, you can have it. I said, I'm a gardener and everything. So we talked about gardening. He ended up bringing me a bunch of stuff. Brought me avocado, lemon, bananas. And he used to have his yard used to be full of geese and ducks, chickens, and he had all these fruit trees and plants. He was building greenhouses out of old old wooden windows that he could get for free. And then I hadn't heard from him. His property looks really unkept, so I don't know what's going on. But anyway, so let's see where we left off here. And this is it. So it's only like, these I'm not worried about in these cups. They'll be good out here. These do terrible. I don't care for these Jiffy pots at all. They just dry out your plants too much. Oh look, I almost killed so I've got this pepper planted. I think those are 2 jalapenos. And then my giant overwintered bell pepper there. I think those are California Wonder. I'm not sure. Red bell. Then San Marcos. Here's a Jet Star. Unknown tomato planted in that corner. Once I confirmed the ant wars worked and moved these ants out of here, I'll be planting this other one when I come back. So, I don't know. Let's see what this is. It says, not sure what this is. It might be a San Marcos, might be a Jet Star. I think I'll just plant it down here temporarily, and then I can move it when I come back, but it is not happy in this pot, so I will take care of that now. Okay, I was wrong. So I found another one of those Jiffy Pot tomatoes here. So, but that'll do for all of those. And I'm just going to leave this here. This over the weekend. They should be fine as long as we don't get any hail. I hope. Let's see. I know my friend Renee's garden had hail. And she had just planted corn too. So I'm surprised. It's so early it seems. So yeah, I planted that third one there. And this one here. So I think what I'm going to do this year is just plant these 2 tomatoes on either side so they have this T-post, and then I'll plant my winter squash in between. I'll see how that works, because the winter squash can tend to like start growing this way and stuff, so I don't know. I'm kind of tempted to take a hug panel and attach it here and lean it back here and let the squash grow this way, but I know I'm forever going to be like fighting to get it to stay growing this way since southern exposure is this way. I don't know. I'm still debating what I'm going to do. I was really hoping to get some squash planted today, but I don't think I'm going to push it. I need to cook the rest of our food, to empty out the fridge, make dinner tonight, tomorrow. I think dinner on Thursday night, since Chris is taking off Friday. I think we'll just have some breakfast for dinner is what we'll do. That's always good. Do you like breakfast for dinner? I'm a big fan. But it's been a while. It has been a while. But, alright, and there's my filbert hazelnut bush. It's just really doing well. I just need another one just like it. So, hopefully they'll come back to Tractor Supply. So, do you hear me, Tractor Supply? You need to order some more of these hickory hazelnut bushes for us, so I'd appreciate it. We love the DeGroot products, for sure. They're inexpensive, and when they grow well. And when they don't grow, they have an amazing warranty. So, I'm just going to leave these out here as is. I'm starting a new potato. Hopefully that'll start sprouting when I come back. Who knows? And then that's my failed seeds. I'm just going to leave them out here too. We'll see what happens. Like I said, I'm always for experiments. And I had rooted this hydrangea. It has died. FYI. It was green. It was coming out, and then it got cold. So that one little thing didn't like the cold, and it doesn't look like it's going to come back. So, so sad. But anyway, y'all have a good one. I'll talk to you later. Hope you enjoyed this garden update. If so, share, like, subscribe, do all the stuff, you know. I'll talk to you later. Love y'all. Bye.